Hi, this is Kathy, and I'm doing a reading for June 17th through the 23rd. And so we're going to just bring up right now, I'm going to do this little teaser for the week, and it's going to show you how to use a different aspect of the journey cards. And so this is what I'm going to do today. This is a little slide where we're going to ignite the inspiration with the journey card. And I'm going to do a teaser every week. So what I'm showing you is that with the journey cards, you have 3 levels of frequency. And so you can see this with the actually the 7, the 16, and the 25. So the 7 really moves into that messenger, and it's awakening a level of hearing things that you've never heard before. And then the embodiment of the 16 means that you're getting these chunks and that it's moving. So it's the 7, and then it's the 16, which is moving out into flow. And then the mastery level is the 25, and it's really letting the old go and the new cold. That 25 almost looks like a machine, but it's the mastery level of the 7. So that's the way these journey cards go. So you've got the 3 levels, and when you're reading, whatever level you're reading from, it changes the frequency just a little bit. And so now there's one little other information I want you to see. This is the 3 cards that hold the place of more information. You've got the 10, the 20, and the 30. And what we found is that 0 on the end of each one of those 10, 20, and 30 gives you the opportunity to pick another card so that you can get more information. So this is your little teaser for the week of the 17th through the 23rd. And I will be sharing this every week, just a little bit more information on the cards. So here is your reading for the week of the 17th through 23rd. And we're seeing the cards that are laid out. And what I'm going to read first is what the programming is when you're looking at this reading on a level, on just a glance and looking at the level. So bring in that 6, and that 6 is inviting you to clear the programming, or clear the looping cycle. And then we move to the 26, which is 8. And it's clearing the resistance to change. The way you've always done abundance. It's like being willing to look at it a little differently. And then we move to the 18, which is this is unraveling distortions in the negative. And then the 5, which is over here on the left, it is controlling outcomes in the midst of change. And then you got that 1, which is in particles of possibility. It's always caring what other people think. And then the 33 in the negative is seeing the program body as the only reality. So we're going to go in here now and clear. So what we're looking at right here is the evolution technology. And the things that I just talked about, we're going to go and cancel, clear, and delete those programs so it can bring you into a level of mastery that those cards are showing us. We're just going in and clearing all of the static. And so we're going to start this clearing with that. It looks like a 5, but it's actually the luminous. It is the luminous brings us into neutrality. And so we're going to go in and just bring those programs of being in the looping cycle, clearing the change and resistance, unraveling distortion, controlling outcomes in the midst of change, and caring about what others think. And that seeing the program body as the only reality, not knowing that you could shift into the other side and move into the into just where we're bringing all of these things in. So we brought in the Lou, and we're clearing these programs. Now we're moving into the ska, which is the middle card. And the ska turns on the divine technology of the evolution symbol, and it brings it in to neutrality. And so that Lu is a scalar frequency, and the scalar frequency never stops. It's not like a regular frequency where it just goes and then it stops. That scalar is bringing you into that place where you're turning on the divine technology. And then we move from that place where we're feeling everything moving into neutrality. And then we bring in the 33. And that 33 is moving you into expression, to where that is actually the key. And the key is to turn the highest level of the reading we're doing on. And so now we've cleared, canceled, and deleted all of these programs, and we're bringing in this expression with no observation. So now let's just read the cards. Now that we've cleared the programming around the cards, let's go in and look at how we're going to connect the astrology into these cards. It's a very beautiful process. And so what we're going to do is we're going to look at this right side, and we're going to just go in and see what that 6 is bringing in. That 6 frequency, moving it from programming into frequency, that 6 is representing the number frequency, moving it from programming to frequency, but it's bringing in the Virgo. And the Virgo is the reprogrammer. So you're starting off with you right now, bringing in that beautiful frequency of the 6. This is actually, that 6 is really changing the DNA. It's moving into this expression of the DNA. And then we move over to the right, and to this 26, it breaks down to an 8. And this is the actual magician. And the magician is Scorpio, and it's bringing in this really beautiful frequency supporting that 6. So it's allowing that change to happen within your body. And then what the divine wants you to see is that 18, which breaks down to a 9. And that 9 is Sagittarius. And what the divine wants you to see is your ability to be the illusion breaker. It's like you don't have to stay into all those programs we just cleared. And I look at that 18. It is the embodiment level of the 9. And I look at this card and I see that big vase with the blue frost, and then the little vase with the blue frost. And it seems like what we're seeing is the divine wants you to move into that greater level and not really hold on to that little, which is, it seems like you're moving and getting more coded. And when I say coded, the coded means that the coding is actually the frequency that are coming in to really bring you into a style, or it's just bringing in that code where it's just a pattern. It's coming in and creating this beautiful pattern for you. And so we have the first three cards. We've got the 6, the 8, and the 9. And it just seems like it's bringing you into a stronger frequency. It's like the frequencies are getting just a more bandwidth, and I'm seeing bigger chunks of the program being released and you bringing it into a new creativity. And now we're going to move into that, what the divine wants you to co-create. And so this is the 14, which is a 5. And it's Leo, and it's a shapeshifter. You're starting to connect with being able to connect to different frequencies and see different things. And that's what's happening with this 14. And then you move into particles of possibility. And the particles of possibility are moving into that 1. And this is Aries, which is the inventor. You're reinventing yourself as we're moving through this third week of June. It's like it's coming in and it's just really supporting you and moving into the new. And then the last card, which is the new frequency pattern or particles of probability, is that 33. And the 33 is Pisces, but is also the quantum. It's like it's supporting the 6, the 8, and the 9 as it's moving in and really supporting your new pattern, moving into the 5 and the 1. And so this is a very, very wonderful reading for you moving into this third week of June. Now we're going to just bring in and connect to each one of those avatars. We have the numbers, we created them. So let's go around the wheel and create, just see where those avatars are and feel into those avatars, into what your intention was, because it is a basic reading for the collective. And so we have the 6, which is the reprogrammer, moving into that 8, which is the magician. So you're moving from reprogramming into this really divine flow of abundance. And then we move into the Sagittarius, which is the illusion breaker. You're seeing all those things that we're clearing. And then we move over to what the co-creation with the divine is, and it's the 5. That 5 is the Leo shapeshifter. So now you're able to really see and move at will into this beautiful divine frequency. And then particles of possibility are moving into the 1, which is the Aries, and you're being able to come in and invent the new you. And it's not going to be so resistant. You're going to just move into that. And I say that because that 33 is such a promise. It is the quantum body. And you can see on this 33 that you see the evolution symbol that we're creating. And so we're going to just go in here and go up into the pineal gland, and we're going to go in and we're just going to go in and trace. We're going to trace along the brain. We're going to just allow it to move down your spine and just really move in and turn on those frequencies of brilliance and genius. And so as we're moving up the divine channel, we're going to stop for a second in that heart space, in that heart portal, and we're going to connect to it. And now we're moving up the recorder cell into the pineal, and we're going to go in and we're going to see the negative code as we're moving and ascending the DNA. There is a negative code that we're going to totally move into random. So trace along the brain and trace along the DNA, and you're going to see this is the negative code that you're clearing. A -1, a -5, a -7, a -3, a -6, and a -9. Now I'm going to watch you. This negative code is starting to move, and it's starting to move. And as it's moving into that random space, and it's totally clearing and just taking with it all the epigenetic codes that are coding you right now. We have cleared those with the loose gone 33. And so as we're clearing those, there is a positive code that we're moving into. It is going to be +6, +8, +9, +1, and 33. We're watching it just connect to every single cell in the body, the 3 million cells. We're connecting this positive code so you can move forward with grace and ease and magnificence. And you're going to awaken the genius, you're awakening the code. And so we're bringing in this positive code, the 6, 8, 9, 5, 1, and 33. And if you notice, those 6 numbers are the 6 numbers that we chose for your reading. And so there is one more code as we're moving in, and it's going to be your I am card. And the I am card is going to come in and bring in a frequency that you're going to be able to use as a bridge. So let's look at this I am card. I think it's very interesting that the I am eternal is like you moved out of the clearing all of the static, and we're moving into this I am eternal in order to, and this 41 moving into the 5, which is change, sovereignty, and it's just allowing you to become familiar with that change and allow it to come in and inform you. And let's read what that means. The present holds no time, therefore holds the pattern of your eternal being. So just bring in and code yourself to that identity that's shifting into the higher mind. Just feel into that and how it's just totally moving into every cell and molecule of your body. And so now we're going to go in to the reading. This is your reading for July 17th through 23rd. And we're going to code. We're going to code the reading to, we always move from the right clockwise to the left, and these are the cards in the positions. So in the position of you right now is that 6. It's changing your DNA into a higher level. And then this is the summary of your reading. And then the reflection is that 8. And you can look at that rate, look at this card and that 8, and how it's just totally supporting you right now. And then that 18, which is the 9. We're changing our perspective, and we're allowing that mini me to be able to sit in the background, and you're listening to the divine and moving into the divine. Then we move to the next 3 cards, which is the 14, and that 5 is turning on all of those codes. If you can even read it like the 1 and the 4. So you got 1 right now where you're at, and then you've got that 4, which is a new foundation for yourself. So it moves into that 5, which is how we're coding it. And then we move into the particles of possibility. This is what Jules calls the Hallelujah card. And so this is the 1. This is you stepping into your mastery and stepping into your way shore energy. And then the last card, which is particles of probability, is moving into that 33, which means that you're turning on the quantum, and you're doing the spiritual practice to continually be aware and move to the next. So this is the reading, and now we're going to just totally say thank you, I love you, it's done. Now the reading is over, but I want to invite you to like and subscribe to our Ascended Astrology channel. This is going to help us create more content. And if you're inclined and you want a personal reading from me, you just have to just say so in the chat, and I'll send you my booking link. So thank you. I love you. It is done. And we will see you next week.